That obviously that was talked about a lot the last 2 days. They hammered us on the boards, and I kept using that terminology. I don't know how many times I said it in the last 2 days. We got hammered on the boards down there, and we were able to flip that, and I thought that was going to be the key to the game.
How good was it in a sense that this is 2 games I've seen now at least where you've taken a team, jumped ahead early, and kind of maintained that lead, maintained control?
Yeah, and this last 2.5 weeks, I think our play has been noticeably different. Our defense is much better. Our rebounding is much better. We're coming up with more loose balls, I think, as a result of the effort we're putting in defensively. And then I think we're seeing an offense that's been pretty good all year, but now we've got a better confidence and a better, cohesive might be the best word, just because the guys have played together now. A bunch of new guys to start the year, but you can see in the last couple of weeks the way we're passing the basketball, some of the things that we're getting with our offense. The guys come a long ways here in the last 2.5 weeks.
I was going to say, is this where you want them to be? Kind of, I mean, not that
we're heading
at a
there.
plateau.
No, we're heading there. I mean, this is, we were sitting in a tough spot 2.5 weeks ago, and now the guys have rattled off 4 out of 5 with our defense and rebounding and our effort, and that's where you want it to be, no question.
And that's really since you've changed the starting lineup, and I think the defensive rebounding is why you did that. It's safe to say, I guess, that the Drake game is the exception rather than the rule.
Yeah, in that one, our defense wasn't as good as the other 4, but it wasn't. When I went back and watched that one, Carson, it wasn't as bad as I thought while the game was going on. Our offense let us down in the first half. There's a couple of layups, a couple of open threes, and we just couldn't quite get going and have that game be close. But Marvin has done a good job defensively. He's done a good job of rebounding. He brings some toughness to our team. And with Wes and Bo and Jeremy in the backcourt, we're just a little longer with Wes at the point, and then Jeremy on one of the wings. It gives us a bigger, longer defenders, and that helps us in terms of rebounding. So that lineup's been good. And Nate and Dion, I didn't think Nate or Max were great tonight, but having Nate and Dion coming off that bench gives us a chance to really spark our offense, the way those 2 guys can play offensively. So the lineup's been good, and I like the rotation as well.
Have you changed the way that your philosophy on offensive rebounding with Jeremy Morgan? It seems like you get more people going to the offensive glass, 14
Yeah, Jay's got the green light to go. It's philosophy is fairly similar. Guys that have a chance to get them, we're usually going to send those guys. A guy like Morrison, Dion, Bohannon, those guys are going back. But Jeremy, with his length and as active as he is, and he went and got a couple tonight, that can change things in a hurry, those extra possessions, especially when you're up that 12-14. You shoot it and miss, you get it back because Jeremy goes and gets it or somebody does. And now you get to run another 25 or 30 seconds in a game that you're at 12-15. Those are good possessions.
Coach, what can you say about the 2 seniors and what it's like to get a win for them?
They've been great. And in addition to talking about rebounding the last 2 days, I told the guys, the most important thing they can do is everything in their power to win this game. So Chip and Mo finish their home careers with a win. That's the most important thing they can do. And so from an effort standpoint, from a competitive standpoint, whatever it takes, you need to be at your highest level for those 2 guys because they've earned that. And they've done it on the floor. They've done it in practice. They do it away from the team. They've done it in the classroom. They've been terrific.
Coach, I think if I read Colin's notes right, you're now the 2nd winningest coach at UNI, and you got a chance to come to schools all the time before this season's out. What does that mean to you?
We'll worry about Saturday's game. There'll be, and I'm sure you thought that answer was coming. I will tell you this: it isn't something I'm going to downplay. Our program, the guys that have come through here, the staff that I've had, the support that we've had from our administration and our community. So I'm not going to downplay it when we get to that point. I promise you that because of what all these guys have done. Okay, but right now we'll get ready for Saturday.
Coach, before this game, you were in a 4-way tie for 3rd, and beating Southern Illinois was one of those teams, and beating them.
Yeah.
We don't want to jump too far ahead, but how big is it trying to battle for that?
Hey, I'll tell you, Southern's playing as good as anybody in the league. I guess we have to put Wichita. They've kind of been in a class by themselves, so we'll have to set them aside. But Southern has been great. They're 6-2 coming in here. They took Wichita down to the last minute and a half. They took Indiana State down to the end. And those are the only 2 losses in their last 8 games. So they've been playing great basketball. To be able to come in and defend them the way we did and out-rebound them, it's a terrific effort by our guys.
Coach, talk about Jeremy's play tonight. Did you feel like it was his best, most consistent?
Yeah, Josh. Yep, no question. I think his and you can see it with him, right? I mean, his confidence just keeps growing, and so he's more active. He's thinking less. He's just playing and making a lot of really, really good plays right now. He's shooting the ball with confidence. He's attacking the basket.
Is this kind of the breakout game you would kind of hope for out of him, going?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady, I think, Josh. I mean, we've seen it, especially in the last 3 weeks or so, where he's just gotten his confidence just keeps coming, and with that is coming, improved play because he's been more aggressive and more confident, and so certainly moving the way that you like to see him go.
Does with a team like a Wichita in the league, does that make seeding a priority, or do you almost go when you get to that point?
No, not really. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people with the opinion that, hey, you'd like to get opposite so you don't see him till Sunday. I don't know how many people have the opinion. Maybe you're better off playing them on the second day, whether it's us or anybody else in the middle. I think that opinion will vary. Most people probably think you should wait till Sunday to see him, but I mean, if you got a chance to get to the semis, that's great. If you get a chance to get to Sunday and they're the team you're playing, you got 40 minutes to go to the NCAA tournament.
Coach, do you feel that this starting five, do you feel that this is one that you could stick with when we come tournament time, especially?
We'll see how we do in practice and how we do Saturday. As I talked about earlier, I like this lineup because of what it's done for our length on the perimeter and what Mar's done for us inside. So we've improved our defense and rebounding, and Dion and Nate have the ability to really increase our offense in a hurry off the bench. So I like the lineup right now.
Coach, there was a pretty big discrepancy in the plus-minus stat from starters to bench players. Is that a stat you guys look at all? And what
No,
does that mean?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I've heard of it, but I don't look at it. Yeah, and I don't mean to. I mean, I know it's in. Some people think it's, but I don't look at it.
You had 18 assists on 26 field goals. Illinois State had 16 on 24 field goals. You got to feel really good about.
Yeah, that no question. I think the teamwork and the ball movement and all the things that go into it, we've gotten better at because they've played together now. But you have to have a mentality as a group. You've got to be willing to share the basketball. And when Tuttle gets 7 assists, when you've got your most dominant interior guy and he's been our best player, when he gets 7 assists, I think that tells us as a group everything we need to know. The other guys have been great that way as well. But when your best player gets 7 assists and he doesn't, he's not a point guard, that's pretty impressive.
No turnovers, Coach.
Right. That's a pretty good game for him.